8 o'clock in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. And we are here in the house of Jelliso. we are here, we are here. My choir mistress is making one for her space. Go up so, go up so, go up so. Yeah guys, I think that must be the song we're gonna sing, go up so, go up so, go up. Yeah guys, welcome to the live, and as usual, remember when you come on the live to leave us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment tonight. Yes, don't forget to comment. Tonight we are going to be sharing some stuff as usual. We are going to continue in our game. So I hope you guys who were here last week would have I hope you guys would have been, hey, good night, good night, good night, Roshan. I hope you guys would have been doing your research. Yeah, I mean, I forget to do mines but I believe that I'm going to know some more of the animals tonight, right? Hey, good night, good night. Yes, so what we're going to do as usual, remember we got to keep God and everything. So we're going to start with a little chorus. I don't know what the chorus is because my chorus mistress is sitting right over there. So she's going to start something and we're going to follow along. So guys, get ready to follow along. Don't forget to leave those thumbs up. Yes, Mama, where's the chorus?
Let the Lord have his way.
Let the Lord have his way. Yes, guys. Fitting chorus for this time. Hope that I know it. Okay, let's go. 3, 4.
Let the Lord have his way in your life every day. There's no rest, there's no peace, till the Lord has his way. Place your life in his hands, rest your plans in his plans. Let the Lord, oh let the Lord have his way.
Sing it again.
Let the Lord have his way.
Yeah, guys, I hope you're singing.
In your life every day, there's no peace, there's no rest, till the Lord has his way. Place your life in his hands, rest secure in his hands. Let the Lord, oh let the Lord have his way.
Amen, guys. And tonight I almost bring a little past in the house, you know. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Michael. Hi, Rashawn. Good night to everybody. I hope you guys took a look at those thumbnails, and I hope you guys are remembering your days using those things. Yes, so I think we're going to have a next chorus before we get into the mix. And while we're singing this chorus, take some time to hit that thumbs up button. If you guys have a chorus that you would like us to sing, yes, feel free to oh yes, we're gonna do the remix for Aria's Bind Us Together. We're going to sing the real thing and then we're going to do the remix. One verse. Alright? 3, 4.
Bind us together, Lord, bind us together with cords that cannot be broken. Bind us together, Lord, bind us together, Lord, bind us together with love. There is only one God, there is only one King, there is only one body, that is why we sing.
Okay guys, that's the original version. Now we're going to remix it. We're going to be using Ari remix. I hope Ari is somewhere listening us. So we're going to go with Ari remix. And guys, easy to catch along. So join us in the audience there. Mike Beverly is saying happy Friday to you. Yes. Okay, let me go. 3, 4. Bind us together, Lord. Bind us together, Lord. Oh, together, Lord. Oh, together, Lord. Bind us together, Lord. Bind us together, Lord. Oh, together, Lord. Oh, together, Lord. Guys, that can go on for the entire night. And you can imagine if we had a big band and that you get away with that song there. Oh my gosh, if you're in church especially. Yes, so guys, yes, good night and welcome back to our live. And as usual, hi. Yes, this is the day that the Lord has made. It's Penny. Hey Penny, yes. Okay, this is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to give you one little piece of that, right? This is definitely the day that the Lord has made. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Yes, guys, so welcome one and all. I'm just going to fill you guys in on a few things that's happening on our island during this weekend. And of course, we are going to get into our Bible questions, our general knowledge. We basically keeping things short because we want to do a little, story time. We want to get down back in those old time days. So yes, let me get to my page.
Those if you're going diamond for the inter-school sports, you have a few sponsor.
Roshan, the inter-primary school sports day, it falls on my work day. And the Thursday, I'm hoping to go to Kingston before that day. So if I'm to go on the Thursday, somebody have to sponsor me. Okay, yes. So let me tell you guys a little bit of what's happening on this weekend. Alright, I'll just fill you in on what's happening on Beckway. Right, but before I tell you what is to come, I just want to big up the teachers and students of the Paget Farm Government School. Yes, they had their literacy march today, and they actually did a wonderful job. Had some very creative stuff, hats, vests, flags. Some work really went into them. So big up to the students and staff of the Paget Farm Government School. Natalia went home after school. Well, she came to meeting, she went home. So she's probably sleeping. Yeah, but she's home with her parents. But yeah, this weekend starting tomorrow, there's the Sylvester Ambrose Simmons Memorial Foundation boat races. That's happening on the 16th and the 17th, which is tomorrow and the Sunday. And that will be happening at the Reef. So they are having different categories of boat races. The Sailfish, the Laser Pico, the Optimist, the Double Enders. So all those smaller ones I call are mainly the junior sailing. And then we have the Double Enders and you have onshore activities. And it starts at 10 a.m. daily. So I'm going to try to get out there to see some of those races. Yeah, hopefully a lot of the double enders, especially the big double enders, participate. Yeah, so as usual, let me remind you, there's no Easter regatta, no sailing regatta, but we have a lot of land-based events, so those are things to look forward to as well. Alrighty. Hi Ruby, good night, good night.
Suni says she's bigging up the teachers for the Paget Farm Government School. But me ain't bigging them up, I'm bigging them down because they ain't holding time. They not stick to time. Them give a time for start, and they start about 2 hours after the time they give. I hear 9 o'clock, I hear 9:30, and they start minutes to 10 with the program.
Yeah, well, that part was bad, but one of the reason they said well, they were hoping to start at 9, but then they said that they would start at 9:30 because when I checked my message later, I saw that they were waiting on a representative from the Ministry of Education who was coming down from St. Vincent. So then after the representative got there, then they were waiting on the person who's supposed to be taking them through the streets with the music. Yeah. So that was the big hold up.
I don't think you set a time, go with the time. Who there? If you know you're waiting on somebody from the ministry in St. Vincent, well, fix the time. You know the boat reaching in for 9 o'clock. Call it for 9:30. And whether music and the music, just go with it at that. It's time we stick to time. They're training the children not to stick to time. Because people coming in, parents coming out with the children, minutes to 10, and it vexed me because I had to take Suni to St. Hilary for pick up her job for 10 o'clock, and they make the girl reach late on she job. So I didn't like that.
I will fully reach late. Nicola, if you're watching this, it's joke I'm making, eh? Yeah, but yeah, that is true. We need to learn to stick to time. But you know, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we normally say if you want people to if you want to get a 9 o'clock start, you gotta tell people the function starts at 8 o'clock. So I think that is what happened. They say 9 o'clock for 10 o'clock. Hey, good night, Alson. Good night. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, guys. So we are going to get into the few Bible questions I have here to kick things off. Remember, we keep in Christ in it. But before I get into the new questions, I don't know, those of you who were here last year, I asked, what unusual gift did Herod promise his daughter for her birthday? Right? And it took a while for people to answer, but in the end, some people got it, which was the head of John the Baptist, right? And yeah, I think somebody was saying that it wasn't King Herod who asked for the head, something to that effect, right? So I'm just going to read the scripture where that came from. Hey, I hope you guys are watching. Yes, and those of you who don't comment, at least you can give a thumbs up. Yes, it says in Matthew chapter, hold on, I put the pastor coming in here. Matthew chapter 14, verse 6 to 11, right? It says, on Herod's birthday, the daughter of Herodias danced for Herod and his guest. Herod was very pleased with her, so he promised he would give her anything she wanted. Herodias told her daughter what to ask for, right? Which that part is true. He told her to ask for it. Well, she told her. So she said to Herod, give me the head of John the Baptist on a platter. King Herod was very sad, but he had promised to give her anything she wanted, and the people eating with him had heard his promise. So Herod ordered that what she asked to be done. Yeah, so Herod ordered that what she asked to be done. He sent men to the prison to cut off John's head, and the men brought John's head on a platter and gave it to the girl. She took it to her mother Herodias. Yes, so Herodias is who told the young lady what to ask for, but her father is the one who promised to give her anything that she asked for. All right? Can I get an amen out there?
Yeah, and in those days, when the king make a decision, he couldn't go back on his word. He have to give what he promised.
Hey.
Not the politicians, not like these leaders now. they're making a decision and they're going back on it. Like America said they're back in Israel after Hamas strike Israel and kill so many people. And now today I hear Chuck Schumer saying that they must vote out Netanyahu in Israel. So like they're going to have a political war coming up between Israel and America.
Ooh. Hey. Good night, good night, good night, Becky Kitty. Amen. Yes, amen, Brother Michael. Amen. Mm-hmm. So, Brother Michael, now you can preach. Okay, guys. So, yes, we have a few questions here. Thank you, Becky Kitty. Thank you, as usual. Very much appreciated. Yes, and remember, we are getting closer and closer to Easter, right? So, the first question is, where did Jesus spend his time the night before he was crucified? Where did Jesus spend his time the night before he was crucified? Where? Lead me to Calvary, King of my life, I crown thee now. Yes, guys, where did he spend his time the last night? Congrats, Naya. Congrats. Naya says she got 100 on her Spanish test today. So, Naya, I think you need to speak some Spanish for us. So, nobody know where he spent his last night before he was crucified? Well, the night before he was crucified, where was he? He was in blank garden. What garden was he in? Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Guys, we're getting some church in here tonight. If you haven't gone to church in a while, you didn't do any reading this week? Okay, this won't have been in any of the readings. So nobody knew what garden he spent his night in. Remember when they were gathered together in this garden and Peter denied him? Gethsemane. That's right. In the Garden of Gethsemane. Yes, that's where he spent his last night before he was crucified. So he would have been praying. Yes, Mona, he would have been praying and spending time with his disciples. Yeah. Okay, so these others are simple questions. People that we would have been hearing about basically all our lives since we were kids. So I'm gonna ask, we know who was the first man that was created. No, Beckwith Kitty, it wasn't on the Mount of Olives. No, it was in the Garden of Gethsemane. So how old was Adam when he died? You know, Adam in the garden, hiding, hiding, hiding. So how old was Adam when he died? Let me see who is going to give us the right answer. Way out down, Adam, way out down, Adam, way out down, Adam hiding from the Lord. Hey, Adam in the garden, hiding, hiding, hiding. Adam in the garden, hiding, hiding from the Lord. Adam, we are down. Adam, we are down. Adam, we are down. Hiding from the Lord. 930 years. You are correct, Beckwith Kitty. 930 years. So you know the next question I'm going to ask you is, how old was Eve when she died? Let me see if anybody is going to tell me an age. Give me the age. How old was Eve when she died? Is there a song with Eve? Okay, but we know when Eve was tempted, they say by the snake, by the serpent, and she took the, well, we say an apple. Yes, he was 930 years old, yes. So anybody knows how old was Eve?
Eve must have died Christmas Eve.
They say Eve gave the apple to Adam and Adam ate it. And then he blamed it on the woman. So, how old was she when she died? Hey, I'm not saying virtual girl. I hope she's doing okay. Okay. Okay, yes, Naya, Adam was 930 years. I'm asking about Eve. Who can tell me how old Eve was when she died? While you're thinking about that, how old was David when he became king of Israel? Wait, Michael, I see you putting in an answer there. How old was David when he became king of Israel? Only a boy named David, only a little sling. Only a boy named David, but he could play and sing. Only a boy named David, only a ribbling room. Only a boy named David, but 5 little stones he took. And one little stone went into the sling, and the sling went round and round. And one little stone went into the sling, and the sling went round and round. And round and round and round and round and round and round and round. And hit the giant in the head, and the giant came tumbling down. Hey.
Down.
Okay, so you guys are smart, yes. Yes, there's no record of when she died. So the Bible didn't mention how old Eve was when she died. Perhaps Eve didn't die. Perhaps Eve is somewhere living still. Yeah, so how old was David when he became king of Israel? Yes, Alson, you are correct. The Bible didn't mention when she died. It was just a trick question. How old was David when he became king of Israel? He was younger than I am. You guys seeing us clearly?
Like we keep say 30.
30 years old. You are correct, Beckwith Kitty. You are correct. Yes, Beckwith Kitty, you are correct. He was 30 years old. Let me see if you know this one now. We just sang the song. He put the sling in the stone. Wow. How old was he when he killed Goliath? You know, I think this is a contest, but when I googled it, I found that age. So let me see if anybody I still have to do some more research on this age for real. How old was David when he killed Goliath? Yes, Mona. So Beckwith Kitty, Beverly. Oh, Beverly answered it first. Yes, sorry, Beverly. So Beverly, yes, you are correct. So he was 30 years. So Beckwith Kitty and Mona. Hope you guys didn't copy from Okay, so Ruby, good night. Okay, mommy is not feeling well. She's feeling lightheaded and nauseous, so she cannot look at the TV or phone, but she is listening. Okay, well, I hope, I trust and pray that mommy, that you would feel better. I sometimes get that kind of feeling. I think they call it, is it vertigo? Sometimes if I look at my phone, or if I lie down, my head starts spinning around and around and feel like if I'm gonna fall off the bed and stuff like that. Yeah, but sometimes when I sit up, I kind of tend to feel a little better. Okay, so yes, also he was 30 years. So Ruby said he was 17 years old. Yes, Ruby, that's the age I got. So I am trying to, because I was researching it and I was trying to kind of understand what some of the researchers were saying. So I still have to do some further research on that. Okay, so who was the oldest woman that ever lived in the Bible? Like the woman that lived the longest in the Bible. Who was that woman? Who was she?
What's your man? Make sure you get your like.
Thank you, mommy. Thank you, thank you. But your girl Michael said to give our love to your mom. Naya, you are so correct. She was Sarah, and Naya's mom's name is Sarah. So you are correct.
Back with Kitty.
Back with Kitty, you are correct as well. So all of you who said Sarah, you are so correct. Right? I'm not going to ask you her age. We're going to leave that for our next time, right? So we have come to the end of the Bible section for tonight. And we are just going to ask a few general knowledge questions, and then we are going to get into our game. Methuselah, no, he was the male, but the female was Sarah. So Methuselah was the oldest man, or the oldest person ever. But Sarah is the oldest woman. Yes. So praise going out to you, mommy. Praise going out to you from Alston Hazel. So the first question. Is the moon a planet? Is the moon a planet? And Naya, you're a student. I mean, this is something that I guess all of us would know. But is the moon a planet? If it is not a planet, what is it? Is the moon a planet? Your name is Sarah, Naya? Okay. Yeah, so is the moon a planet? If you say no, then what is the moon? It can be looked as a planet. Okay. Anybody else have any other answer? Anybody else would like to try? How do the scientists refer to the moon as? What do they refer to it as if it's not a planet? Okay, in the meantime, while you think about that, the next question that will be coming up is, what is the hottest planet? What is the hottest planet? Is the moon a planet? Only back where Kitty has answered it. Neither moon nor planet. Okay, if nobody else, if the next person doesn't answer it correctly, I'm going to tell you what the scientists said or what my research yeah showed me. Okay, so you answered the next question. Okay, so let me tell you what they say about the moon. All right. So no, the moon is not a planet. Okay. And they said it is listed as a natural satellite that orbits the Earth. So the moon is a natural satellite that orbits the Earth, according to the scientists. Yes, Ali, you gave away the question. I was saving the question for next time, you know. The answer, you gave away the answer. Yeah, Ali is a bit slow. His Wi-Fi is a bit slow. So, okay, Becca Kitty has answered what is the hottest planet is Venus. Yes, is the second planet from the sun. but it's the hottest one. Yeah. Mercury is the closest to the sun, but it's doesn't have an atmosphere. So they're saying Venus has an atmosphere, atmospheric something something. So that makes it the hottest planet because yeah. Anyway, we're gonna discuss that next time. Who invented the telephone and who invented who invented the telephone and who invented the light bulb? Those are the last two questions. And then we're going to get into our game. Who invented the telephone and who invented the light bulb? Ali got some whale home day for dinner. He better bring some for me. Who invented the telephone that we love to use so much? And who invented the light bulb? Bell? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna pass you. Beverly says she. Graham. Okay, Alexander Graham Bell, yes. The light bulb. Who invented the light bulb? So the telephone is Alexander Graham Bell. Yes, Alexander. And Edison, yes. But they're saying Thomas Edison is usually credited as the man who invented the light bulb, but several inventors paved the way for him. So they're talking about all the research and development of electric lighting from Alessandro Volta to Joseph Swan. So Edison actually improved on their work with his platinum filament. Alrighty guys, so we're going to get into a little fun now. So get your thinking cap on. Remember, no cheating tonight. Nobody is going to Google. Right? We are going to play light bulb, Humphrey Davy, Con Edison. No. Hon, you got the first name wrong, but yes, I know who you mean. Thomas Edison. Yeah. So guys, we are going to get into, where's my bag? Yes, into our little game. So get ready to put your thinking cap on. I have already removed the letters from last week. So get ready to think. Let me write it. Name, as in, okay, person, place, animal, fruit. Alrighty. So get your thinking cap on and we are going to start. Remember, you're writing it in the comment section. So my assistant and tonight's game is sponsored. The auditors, I can't remember the name. It's sponsored by Mama. So Mama is going to be sponsoring tonight's game. So the first letter out of the bag, believe it or not, a light bulb in California is celebrated 121 years. Okay, wow. Wow, 121 years. Okay guys, so the first letter is letter L. Letter L. L. So remember, it's the name of a place, the name of a person, the name of a fruit, or an animal. So let me see what I can get here tonight. Okay. L. Watch how I bad here. L. Okay. Those are mine. Nobody copy them, please. Name. And we're doing 5 tonight, 5 tonight. 5 letters tonight. So let me see you guys put in. I think every time the number go down, somebody going on Google. Guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'm seeing 14 little heads there. And only 10 thumbs up. 15 and only 10 thumbs up. Come on, come on. Give me the like, share the live. Larry, La Pump, Llama, Lemon. Okay? Beverly, we are playing a game where you have to write. Okay, if you look at our examples, you have to write the name of a person, the name of a place, the name of a fruit, and the name of an animal starting with whatever letter is drawn from the bag. So the first letter that came up is letter L. So I have Lorna, Lime, London, and Llama. Beckway Kitty have Larry, La Pump, Llama, and Lemon. Daraga Lamb, Lorna, Lime, and Lima. Cheese and bread. So we are giving you guys a chance. Even though we pick a next letter, you can still share your, because I know some people Wi-Fi is lagging. Some people's Wi-Fi is lagging. So we are still giving you a chance to come in with your names. Okay, so Michael, I'm not seeing no names from you, like you can hide in. Hey, Ray, Naya, Daniel, hiya, hiya, hiya. Yes, we are playing the person, place, animal, and fruit. And the letter we picked first is letter L. So I'm waiting to see what you guys have. The next letter, Leroy, Lemon, London, and Lion. Okay. The next letter is letter Y. Y. Why the letter Y? But it's letter Y. Okay, so you guys who haven't sent your L's yet, you can still take it, but I'm going to work on my Y. Why is the name of a place with Y by? Oh yes, I get a place. Is that gonna spell with? Yeah. Lavon, Long Island, Lion. Mona, I ain't seen your okay. Lavon, Long Island, Lion. I ain't seen your fruit, Mona. I put it. Get any fruit or white boy? Okay, lemon. Any fruit or white? Cheese and bread. Guys, I can't think of a fruit or white, so that is a fruit, eh? Well, I can't think of a fruit to do. Let me see if anybody can bring up a fruit to do. Anyhow, let me send in my thing with why. I can't think of a fruit. Yoli, yambu, and yak. You know the yak? So yoli, yambu, and yak. With why? Yamamoto, Yakushima, yak, and Yaripe. Them is for real? Beckway Kitty, them is for real? Nah, let me research them there. Let me see. Yeah. No, Yamamoto. What that be? Let me see. I want to make up a name, put yam something as a fruit, you know. Yamamoto. Japanese. Yvette Yam Youngberry. Yemen. Beverly, where animal day? You got yam. I think I put yam, but I say yam is not a fruit. Yes, Ali, I see your internet is really lagging. Man, Yamamoto. Yakushima. Yeah, another place, another name, Yamamoto. Oh yeah. Cheese and bread. Yamamoto devil. No. Yamamoto is the fruit name and Yamamoto is the place name. I have to do more research on that and the back with Kitty. Anyhow, let me go to the next. Oh, that I type in his own.
Can't find one.
That I can't find none. Beverly ain't got no animal. Michael like here make his animal yet.
What you gonna hear?
Ooh, this one is easy. This one's a letter B.
Come in here.
Letter B is easy.
That I'm gone.
Letter B. Okay, yak. I'm not spelling the people in place right. Name of the famous admiral of the Japanese military. Okay. I know just had peace from Brenton. Oh, I see Brenton cooking well. I see somebody share up on a status, you know. The letter is B. 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 I got, nobody copy my thing, I have to find something different. Beverly, barley, blackberry, and bat. Okay. Okay, babe. So letter B. Remember we're doing 5. We have 2 more to go. Letter B.
Yeah. Only 2 I could get.
Only 2.
Only two.
Pekwe, black mango, black boar. What is the name of the person? Pekwe, black mango, that I get 3 by. Get it by. You can't doubt it. You get a mango down here in black mango. Eh? Yeah. Barry, Barin, Baboon, Berry. Okay, and Brenda. Let me see, Beverly, while I don't take your name, you know. Hey, hon. Shh. Breadfruit. Breakfast. Hon, no, now you're shaming me up so. Where breakfast be? Breadfruit, breakfast, Baltimore and Baldwin. Hon, you need to get a animal. You got the fruit right, you got the place right, and you got the name right. Bridget, Bay, Blueberry, Barbados. Okay. Honey. Can me breakfast you mean for tight man? No breakfast for Michael when he come home. He ain't getting the right name. Ooh. I thought you said the letter. Yeah, the letter B, but you have to give me the name of a person, of a place, a fruit, and an animal. So you got 3 correct. You have to correct the breakfast. You got to remove breakfast and put the name of an animal. So the next letter is letter G. G. Letter G. Yeah, Ali like you know animal and them kind of thing there. Letter G. Yeah, buffalo. Burial, berry, Brazil, bat. Okay, honey, you get through buffalo. Letter G now. Let me hear you. Go Tina. G. Oh yeah. Mama saved the day boy. Guava. Alrighty. Got Tina, Grenada, goat, and guava. Yeah. Got Tina, Grenada, goat, and guava. Let me hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house, Gladwin, Germany, giraffe, grapefruit. Alrighty. I ain't gonna repeat the boy. Ready now, back with banana, Beverly ball. Is ball I got it? Wait there. Something black in it, the boy. The heart black in the name of the last thing. Yes, ball you say we? Ball. Back with banana, Beverly. Ball is an animal. Renaya, you got to correct your B. Georgia, gorilla, grape. Alright, I ain't seen her repeat the boy. Good?
Judy, I seen somebody going to try to bridge you talk out there.
Good?
I make somebody get it.
she made me get it. Very good. That are still typing. That are still typing. That are still typing. Okay, Buffalo. Hon, where your G, man? Hon, where is your G? Goat. Great Britain. Grape and goatan. Okay. That I repeat my goat. That I take my goat. Hon, we waiting on you. I want to see where your G of them gonna be. Bring it on, honey. Bring it on. Bring your G and come, man. Oh. Okay, let me wait for Michael. Grapes, okay. What is the rest of them? Type everything in one.
Grandpa.
On this letter, this one here is so easy here. I know this is something that everybody was waiting on. Thank you, Beckway Kitty. Thank you very much, guys. Yes, remember if you can't give a financial donation, you can give a thumbs up and you can share the live. Yes, basically you help me, you help us the same how. Gertrude, Grenada, giraffe, grapefruit. Okay, hon, come on, we're waiting on yours. This letter is so easy. I don't want to let it out yet until I see Michael. Come on, don't hold up the show. Don't hold up the show, honey. Okay, while we wait on Michael, the final letter in the name is letter A. Letter A. First alphabet. Hi, Marissa. Welcome, welcome. If you just joined, we are playing Grandmother Grenadines Grafton Golf. Oh no, not a game we're looking for. You had the grip up on the top. Grandmother. Oh no. That's the only name you could think of. We are playing a game. We are basically at the end of that game. We're playing place, name of person, place, animal, and fruit. So we are at the letter A. So we are finding those things with the letter A. Okay, Germany. Baby Kitty, you're reaching me for me. You're reaching me for me, boy. Anita, Antarctica, Albatross, Apple. Okay, so you have two places. So you need to give me an animal. I have Adam, Adams, Apple, and Tita. I'm going to say Adams, Apple, you know.
I got Apple, Ape, Aria, Aruba.
You don't send it in?
Yeah, can you come in?
No. Okay, so the B for Ruby, Birmingham,
It did
Beatrice, Banana, Bat.
It did before Michael.
Oh, that I want to come in first. Apple, Ape, Aria, Aruba, cheese and bread. That'll beat me with. Azarian, Apple. Okay, hon, letter is A. Letter A. So the name of a person, Anne-Marie, Apple, Annapolis, and Eta. Okay.
American Michael.
The letter A, hon. The letter A, honey. And? Okay, so Marissa, you have Azarian. You have the name of a person, the name of the fruit, the animal. Now you need the name of a place. Beckway, Benton, Banana, Buffalo. Okay. Ali now getting the B. Ali, like you live down under? I can't believe me and you on the same island. Yeah, boy. Take a little drink of that water, boy. Annie, America, apricot, alligator. Okay, American. Okay, America. Well, long time I hear the name Annie, boy. Anna, apple, ape, and the name of a place.
America.
Back when Kitty said Ali they on a roll, boy. Ali like he rolling down the hill and coming back up. Apple, Anna, Antarctica, and an airplane. Okay, alright, you added the name of a thing. Okay, we're not playing the thing part. Australia. Okay, hon. You got it. Okay, guys, so we have come to the end of our game tonight. I hope you guys would have learned something new. I still have to go and look for to research a fruit with Y. Yeah, let me see if we have any fruit with Y different than the one that Becky Kitty put down there.
Yummy.
Let me see. What did I say?
Yummy.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Did I say a fruit with Y is yummy?
When people bite the fruit, they say yummy.
Oh, a yuzu. Y-U-Z-U. That's the only fruit I seen coming up with a Y, a yuzu. So Becky Kitty, you trick me, eh? Yam is a provision, a ground provision. Yali fruit. Boy, Becky Kitty, I have a research all the fruit that you giving me, eh? Yali fruits. Okay, guys. Well, as usual, it's a learning experience. Yes, and and fun as well. Yes, it's fun as well. So we have learned something new. So Georgetown Garden Goat Golden Apple G. Yes, Ruby. I wonder if Ali going to come in with anything later on. Ayaka. Okay. Yeah, boy. I can research everything there. But you see, I don't want to research, because if I start researching all the letters of them, it means I'm going to be cheating. Because whenever we play the game again, I will just because I would have researched them before. Alright, so guys, as you see the topic old time days been sweeter. You remember them days there? Yeah, I know some people yali fruit is an Asian pear. Okay. Yeah, because when I watching those YouTube videos with different like fruits and stuff like that, and I see some names, I just really wonder. Becca Kitty look Ali. Kahana Glenda Guava. Alright. So I wonder which other letters Ali miss out. Let me see if he's at G. Like he and Ruby there in a row. Let me see. Ali miss out G. No, he's at G. Okay, so then Ali, you have B. Or did you do B already? Okay, so yeah, if you look at the thumbnail, you would have seen what do you call it thing again, brother? A yo.
Oh, yeah.
Right, a yo.
A basin.
My beauty young berry is correct. Okay. Young berry. Okay. Wow. Beverly, bring me a young berry when you coming home, eh? You see all them fruit y'all calling? When y'all coming home, hide them somewhere and bring them home for me. Yes, remember the I have a what you call it thing? A your, a po, and a well, not well, let's call them a slab, and a slab, right? And I'm going to start the ball rolling, eh? I know plenty old time story, but I remember having to use the po. Mike, I think Michael have a great story about the po. Is that po? Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I was small. Yeah, back in the days when we didn't have indoor toilet and you had to go in the latrine. You won't dare go out in the latrine in the night. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you're not walking on it anymore. Yeah, you won't dare go out in the latrine during the night time. So you have to use a po when you're little, and when you get bigger, you graduate to using a pail. Right? Po being for the little children and pail being for the big people. Right? But you know, there are times when you would be actually dreaming that you're sitting. My uncle once ate out of a po. I see people during the carnival now that be walking around, but them is brand new po. That's be walking around and putting stuff in the po and drinking it and stuff like that. Yeah, but back in the days we had no choice. We had to use the po. And the sweetest water I could remember drinking, the coldest water I could remember drinking without a fridge is from a yaw. Up by Mommy and me on the hill. Yeah, I could remember they used to have this yaw and they would pour the water in the yaw during the night and keep that on the dressing table. And they put a enamel cover as well over it. And when you went and pour that water, you swear you're drinking water from the fridge. Don't tell me a lie. Yeah. And the next thing now, the three things I'm speaking about that is in the thumbnail, right? Antigua, Angela, Ant and Apricot. Bingo, bingo, Ruby. Yes, I done it, yes, and the well. We had a well, a slab. Papi had a slab on here, but we had a slab down here. They used to call it pole it well, but it basically was a shallow something that you can just step down in. So back in the days, especially now, so that we have dry season, we used to have to wake up very, very early in the morning. Right, children, y'all get easy these days, trust me. If any children there on the live listening now, y'all have it really easy these days. Hi Chantel. Because I could remember waking up very, very early with your little pan and you're going down in the sea to bathe because you have to go school, and you get up early because you don't want your neighbors to get to that well before you. Because if your neighbor get to that well before you, bucket and show when you go, is either you come back home and rinsed, or you come home rinsing with dirty water. You understand? Because once anybody go and rinse over the well, when you look back, it's muddy water, and you have to wait now for that water to ease off so that you can bathe, you can rinse. And also you used to, people, well, not we, but people used to go down there and wash the clothes and stuff like that, right? That was back in the old time days, before you had a washing machine and all of that sort of stuff.
And we had a well behind the school that they belonged to Andali family, the Olivier family, Miss Olivier, who live on the hill up there. Jack Olivier and people know. We know she as Miss Olivier, Ethel Olivier, and Andali. And then we had a well in the village called Retreat Well for the people in the village to get the water. And they also had an almost freshwater well in Friendship, just outside Wallace place is Miss Oma. I think the well is still there in Friendship. You know that well?
Yeah, no, I laugh with Ali.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, those wells are still there though, because the one in Derek, the Polet well. No, the Retreat well. Retreat well is there. It sounds like if we're talking about wells there, but we're just talking about the things that we would have used in the old time days. You notice the old time days been really sweet. Let me see. Joe Raggy ran out of bowls and the boat coming from St. Vincent, so what was left was a pot. So he gave my uncle food in this pot and told him that when he got home to tell his daddy he eat in a pot. Was that a brand new pot or pot that they were using?
Yeah, brand new pot, man.
Boy, that's nasty. Yeah, but let me see the hands of all those people who use a latrine growing up. Don't be afraid. Let me see the hands of all of you who had to use a latrine, a pit latrine growing up.
And we had the calabash we used to eat in.
Yeah, calabash food. This is sweet, boy. Let me see the hands of all those. If you ever use a latrine, put your hand up in here. Don't be afraid. Nobody enjoying me, boy?
I think they had a song.
Like it's only me alone use a latrine?
Yeah.
That I ain't putting up behind either way?
We had a latrine right outside there. We had our latrine right outside there.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. But
everybody in Becco had latrine.
Oh, a new pot. Yeah, done it, boy. Yeah, done it. I could remember. Yeah, having to use the latrine, boy. When you be little, a latrine be like a luxury, boy. But not in the night time, eh? Because when I go over latrine in the night time, I imagine in all kind of thing that something ended down inside the hole. Something ended down in the hole and pull you down inside of it. And all that kind of thing there. Right, yeah, man, honey, yeah. And I remember, God rest her soul, cousin Mama, right, used to be telling us some stories about old time days for the latrine. So sometimes, back in the days, you know, when the boys and them coming in the night to courting the girls of them, for to get the girls of them come outside, sometimes they tie a string on the big toe and they hang it out through the, through the window. So when the guys come now, they pull that string, right? And when they get a pull string now, they gonna get up and tell the parents they going in the latrine. So they gone outside in the latrine now, go wait for the little fella. Guys, but I was afraid to go in the latrine in the old days. And but let me ask you, anybody, okay, you use it when you were old, but since you got bigger, like now, yeah, since you got big now, have you ever used a latrine? Have you ever had to use a latrine? Like after you done graduate from a latrine to a toilet, you ever use a latrine after that?
Well, we had, after we get the toilet, we had our latrine there for dry season because you didn't have water to flush toilets, so you had to go and use the latrine. But after plenty rain start to come, well, we just do it with the latrine.
No matter when that of them here what happened, when that of them put toilet in this house and they telling you have to go out to the latrine, who they talking to? You take it easy, you don't graduate from latrine and you have to go back out to sit down over latrine. Boy, that one they had.
We had a latrine in Derrick, in the village, and we had one in Port Elizabeth. They did name the latrine. So when you use them, you have to flush because everything just dropping down in the seawater.
Yeah, that? Yeah, I hear them talk about the hey, talking about the latrine. Uncle Callie being here and Dad have been talking stories. And some of you say you're not named Jumbie. You understand? Okay, back with Kitty, you got 2 calabash from Nikki. Hey, if anybody wants any calabash, let me tell you, Andrew is making some lovely calabash. Andrew, ask Andrew what the price for this calabash. Andrew say he can't price, he can't give a price. But he's making some nice calabash. So if you want a calabash, put in your thing. Okay, Beverly, before I go to the party, I had to use in Grenada, I had to go back to using a latrine at a certain place. You understand? Oh my gosh. And it's only because it's so makes so why you do it, eh? Yeah, but it's hard actually to graduate from a latrine to a toilet and then go back in a latrine. It's hard. Yeah. Yeah, but anyhow, they were talking a story about back in the days when I said Baco. That is back in the days before electricity and all them kind of thing there. And the sergeant majors eat what fell from that toilet. Oh yeah. Yeah, the cockroach. When I was in high school, next to the Adventist high school, use the bathroom and ants bite and hold on. You scratch forever. Monkey pot. I hope you document that conversation, hon. That's the coldest water ever. Yeah, that's the coldest water ever for real. Oh no, he didn't want me to video him. But they were talking about this guy who somebody do something and the man got sick and he couldn't want that. That's not the story,
I
man.
can't remember that, that story, but it's like this guy mostly laugh after. I think the person, I don't know, was walking like the person was blacker than him, and he, whatever the wrong with the person, the guy was making game and laughing after this guy. So he said, I'm going to do for you. And he sent a baku for him. And he took sick. And I think he was close to our house in the village there. And he ended up coming home by my parents. And they rested him in a room there where he never really recovered. And at the night when he died, a canoe came just below our house where you can see the seawater and take off with the baku because the baku been done do his job. So the canoe come for him. And this baku, they say must be come down in a battle. And so the spirit man send this canoe for the man, put it back and hold him and put him back in the battle and carry him with.
Yeah.
I think it's from Guyana.
They say my uncle saw when it happened. When he took the spirit out, down by the sea latrine. Mama Renaya Daniel said good night. How about the sukuna? Well, the sukuna is another thing. Because when I was in Trinidad, When I was in Trinidad, I used to go to Trinidad. There was this guy living right next to my aunt, and he was a kind of a sneaky guy. It's like you hardly see the man. And my cousins will tell me that the guy was a sukuna. They said the guy used to change his skin, used to come out his skin in the night and flying around and sucking people and so on and so forth. Yeah, and the last time I went Trinidad, they say whatever he did, his son ended up and killed him. How about the egg that used to roll in Southside? Did I know that?
No, what about Jack Lantern flying from Oily Cotton coming over to Beckley certain time in the night. But my cousin told me a story about a Jack Lantern down in, that was before Adams was developed. Before those guys come and build up Moon Hole.
Mm.
They went Long Point to fishing at night. They used to go and fishing around the rock. And in those days it was dark night. And the guys used to use a flambeau. You know how a flambeau? Back with Kitty Michael and them know a flambeau. You throw some kerosene oil in a bottle and you push a piece of cloth down there to make the wick. And you wet, you turn the bottle upside and then you light the flambeau and you hold that as to give you light to see where you're going. So them guys say when they're done fishing in Long Point, they light the flambeau and they start heading up. And when they reach halfway from the rocks, from the bayside, that is wrong the rock in Long Point, coming up, they see a Jack Lantern down like mainland way coming up. A big light. And they tell the flambeau man out the flambeau. And he said, out flambeau for stop my toe. So he refused to out the flambeau. And he coming, and when they reach, well, you have road now driving go around down to Adam as far as the Moon Hole Gate. But first time you had to walk around the rock. And if the tide high, you're getting wet up. So when them guys reach about Wrong Rock, Jack Lantern was about where they have the linemen there now. And the guys still refused to out the flambeau. But when they get up a little higher, where the airport started there, one of them said they knocked the flambeau out of his hand. The guy who was holding the flambeau, and he went out it, they knock it out his hand and it dropped there and mash up. And when they reached, say by the school, the Jack Lantern was sorting wrong and wrong, where the flambeau out. So if he didn't out the flambeau, they say, well, they didn't know what happened to them.
Back with Kitty said, those old folks had quite an imagination. I asked that about Pompey. Pompey. You know Pompey?
Mm-mm.
He said he ain't nobody one day.
Nah.
Okay, so Ruby, so everybody use that that latrine. Thank God for those latrine. And if it's one thing, a latrine save us a lot of money. You understand, a lot of water, because we didn't have to pay electricity to pump the water to the toilet to the latrine.
So back with Kitty never heard
Or how your mind will play tricks on you.
Back with Kitty never heard about the Jack Lantern, this beautiful woman coming and dancing with them, all them boys want to dance with this beauty. And when time comes for she just disappear. I think somebody was walking home with she, and she walked them out of the way. I know how it happened. And she walked them through the bush and almost walked them over the hill for them to fall and break their neck. And then she said, if you wasn't good to me, like if you'd try to harass me for sex, I'd walk you over the cliff and break your neck, and she just disappeared.
Back when kids them think this truth. Them is shooting. Yeah, because I remember when I was small as well, they used to tell us somebody bring a baku from Guyana in a bottle for somebody, and it used to be loose up by the bridge.
Yeah,
Up by the bridge up this so
in the
certain
village.
times we never used to leave to walk through them places there. And the sweetest part was when we have to take our clothes to wash by those tanks down Adams Bay. Down Adams. Yeah, Ali, I remember those days. I never used to go wash in Adams, but I used to go to bathe in them tank. They jump head hands and thing in them. Well, not head hands, foot hands, footways in them tank. This so. Yeah. Okay, back with Kitty. I spoke about this story already. This is not imagination, and this is not an old time days thing. This is just a few years ago. This is just a few years ago. Since I moved in Hamilton. At night, it was a carnival time. Me and Malone was listening Calypso, the Calypso shows, the Calypso monarch thing. We were listening it, and sometime close to midnight after 11, all them time there, somebody calls outside, call me, and I recognize the voice. And I tell Malone, do not go and answer. And Malone go and answer and say, yeah, mommy ain't sleeping. Right? So I said, boy, Malone rang away and tell you if you don't answer. Anyways, the person came up to the door. I went outside, turned on the light, went outside in the living room and spoke to her. She was begging me to let her into the house because her bed wet down, her clothes wet down, and she don't got nowhere to sleep. So I say, well, I don't have any place. I can't allow you to sleep inside here because when I lock my door, if you need to use the washroom, you won't be able to. Anyhow, she was going on and I said, no, I'm sorry. So anyways, she left. Well, I went back inside, closed the window, went back inside the room, lie down on the bed. From the time I lie down on the bed, I hear brap, 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 brap across the roof, and then the whole house start to shake like earthquake. Start to shake like earthquake, you know. I jump up in one speed and flick on the light, and by the time I flick the light on, everything went still. I went on Facebook because I think I was talking to Michael. I said, Michael, like an earthquake pass. I went on Facebook. I said, hold on, man. I went on Facebook to check. Went on Facebook to see because, you know, if an earthquake pass, everybody going to be writing something. Went on Facebook to check. Nothing on Facebook. I said, okay. In the morning, for sure, if an earthquake pass, the neighbors of them going to be they're going to be talking about it. The neighbors of them ain't say nothing about the earthquake. So this next thing I talk about it, and the people tell me I was lucky. If I had only let that person in the house, it would have been trouble for me that night there. And the same person came back early morning a few weeks ago. Natalia was getting ready to leave the house for school, and I was doing something in one of the other bedroom, and Natalia was like, soon. So I said, cheese and bread, what happened, boy? When I go outside now, I see she watching by the door. It wasn't 6 o'clock yet. See she looking out at the door. When she look out at the door, and I do so, my whole, you know, they say your body start to raise. My whole body start to raise. And I just start pray. Because who was by the door? The same person who came to me the midnight, asking me to let them in the house with the same story. You understand? The same story that was given to me back then is the same story that she came with again. And that just raised my whole body until I just started to pray. And then she left, and then everything just went back normal. Yeah. So things happen. There things are real out there. Yeah.
Well, in Bible days,
No, she wasn't sleepwalking.
in Bible days, what is story about the wild men? that Jesus was driving his spirits from. Can't remember it, but
Oh yeah, when he cast the spirit
when
out,
yeah, from
and yeah, they went
and
into the
and
swines.
and they was calling him Jesus, and they recognized that he was going to remove his spirit from them, and then he that is why they say pork ain't good for eat, because he drive out the spirit into the swine, and I think the swine then went into the river and drowned themselves or something like that. I can't
Yeah,
remember
they jumped over the
something.
cliff. They jumped over the cliff and died. But those swines that had the evil spirit, those dead already.
Yeah.
How come that only seems to happen in the island? I remember that one. Yeah, honey, yes. How come that only seems to happen in the islands? No, that happens in different places.
There was
That those things, you hear those things happening in different places a lot. If you look at certain YouTube channels and stuff like that, there's this lady, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name now, but there's a Jamaican lady. She's now a Christian, something super, anyway, power talk. Anyhow, she has this program, and she'd interview people who basically were, as we say, out in the world, and they basically dedicated their life, and they are now like pastors and other worship leaders and stuff. And if you listen to some of the things that they will talk about, yeah, when they're talking about demons and stuff like that, you would be shocked.
a few years ago. There was a demon possessed woman, I think, in Mexico,
Okay, Ali.
and when certain preacher go to like heal the woman and perish she, I understand the spirit used to was speaking to him and say, "You too soft for me. You can't handle me," and them kind of thing. There. And this actually happened a few years ago in St. Vincent. I think was I can't remember the name of the spirit they had in the woman, because the spirit was telling the preacher them his name.
Mm-hmm. But hey, if you notice the topic changer, but Miss Rebecca Kitty said, Rebecca Kitty just said something there. Where is the comment? That he spent 20 years in Beckway and he never heard the Jamaicans believe in Duppy. I spent 20 years in Beckway and never saw or heard anything except for everybody else. Okay, well, I don't think everybody experienced it, because look, not too long ago, I don't know who was following who heard about the high school, as in the community high school, Beckway Anglican High School stories, where the students basically were just losing it. One of my cousins, yes, one of my cousins had an attack. She was attacked, and they called me to go. Well, they called in various pastors and stuff like that to go to the school, and they said that one ran the pastor and said that you're too weak, right? So this next pastor had to deal with the students. Well, my cousin, I know he dealt with, and I went to the school because she used to be I used to represent her at the school, and when I went to the school to visit her now, they told me that she was in the staff room, and I walked to the staff room. They were telling me to go inside there. When I opened the door, she made one jump at me. You understand? One jump at me. And the principal back then told me, Sony, you know what is happening? She said, don't be scared. She said, the spirit that is with you is stronger than the spirit that is on her, and that spirit don't like you. You understand? They were telling me the spirit don't like me because of what I am. Anyways, they told us we have to take her to the church. And I was scared, because I say me and able to put she in the jeep and I driving, and she get in and she come and grab me up. So anyways, they tell me to go and seek help. I went to the police station. I got some officers. Some of the officers were afraid to come. But these guys came and we got her. And they got her outside eventually. And that girl hold on to the vehicle. And I don't know where she get the strength from. But it's like if they actually lift the vehicle up. That was my father Suzuki. Like lift the vehicle up. You understand? And I was there. And they had to pull her hand and she started to scratch her skin. Like claw herself and stuff like that. And the officer held her. And they telling me to drive. Boy, I driving enough. But I studying we're going on this. So they had to hold her down. And when she was leaving the school, she let out a scream. And she was shouting that she want this person. She was calling this person name. I want. And she calling out the person. Ah. I don't know what actually was happening inside of her. But we took her to the church. And the pastor started to pray for her. And he said, if you're weak, do not come in the church. And he started to pray for her. And first he asked if she had anything around her. Because, you know, some people wear these string thing around her, the waist. She didn't have anything of that sort. So he said, just loosen her skirt waist. And he started to ask her a question, what is your name? And she started to call the name of a male. You understand? She started to refer to herself as a male. And not in her voice. She was speaking in a voice that we couldn't recognize. And she said, my name is such. And then the pastor, and she said, you stupid. And she started to curse the pastor. You understand? She started to curse the pastor. And the pastor started to pray and he started to pray. And he used his holy water and he started to sprinkle it on her. And his oil. And then she dropped down on the ground after a while. After everything he did, she fell down on the ground. And he said, she's not yet free. And she was there. She lay down on the ground and he said, be careful. And you won't believe that girl lay down still. And then in no time, that girl spring up and was at the door. Luckily, the police officers were at the door because the pastor tell them, guard the door. They just had enough time to hold that door and just lock it and grab her. You understand? Just grab her. And she went back up. They went back up and they prayed with her and stuff like that. And then she started to vomit. She started to vomit out some stuff. Whole heap of white frothy things started to come out of her. And then after, she went calm. She went down calm. And then he started to speak to her. And then she started to recognize everybody that was in the room with her. And you won't believe, one of the person that she was saying, that is who she is. When the pastor was saying, that person is going to appear. When we went out the church, that person was walking, coming up the road. That person was walking, coming up the road. And that was one of my scariest nights. And she wasn't the only person. She was just going through a mental episode. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. It was something that was happening to a lot of those children in the school. Till one student, I was on the back street. And one student was marching down to the cemetery. Because she was saying she's going back where she came from. She was marching, going to the cemetery, and she went to a specific grave and started to dig. You understand? And that school was basically haunted. And there was another young man who they were saying he also had an attack. And that young man actually held up somebody in the air with his one hand. You understand? The school was possessed. And some of the students got it. And it happened basically like the night after one of the, you know, when they say Jumbi Lego, it happened after one of those nights. This is somebody went in the cemetery, somebody messed with something in the cemetery. No, Becky Kitty, let me tell you how the school settled. Because they tried, different pastors tried to go there and nothing settled. Those children still weren't settling. And one day, one of the Anglican priests from St. Vincent came down to Beckway. I went with him. And he walked to and fro in the school. If you know about the high school, you know there's a dark room downstairs. And you know there's this room where they throw all the furniture and everything.
That's what Kitty never used to go there?
Right, because I know a lot of people here would have gone to the school. If you didn't go, you know how the school stay. So he went and he went in every single room, the dark room, that room underneath the tanks. He went in all of those rooms and he sprinkled and he started to pray his holy water and stuff like that. And after that, the school just went back normal. And then there were other schools on the mainland that were experiencing the same thing that the high school was experiencing. So it is real. It is real. Right back with Kitty. So evil is out there. You understand? Evil is out there. The same way we have good, we have evil. Boy. That was boy, what year that was, boy? It's probably more than it would be more than 5 years ago. Yeah, it would be more than 5 years ago. Yeah, even more than 6 years ago and all of that.
Judy was in St. Vincent, you know, she had to cut trip and catch left what she doing to come back to Beckway. I've been in town with Judy.
Yeah.
Remember that.
So guys, it is real. You have to be careful these days because they are living dead still walking around. So true. So true, Ali. So true. We have to be careful. That's why we say we have to pray. We have to cover our children. We have to cover ourselves when we're leaving. Because when we look at our society today and you look at the things that is happening, you have to wonder really if these children are acting of their own, the right mind. Craziness happening. Southside basically is turning. Beckway Kitty, when you come back to Paget Farm, you're going to wonder, where is the Paget Farm you left the last time you came here? Yeah. Yes, guys, so that's a little bit. My battery is running down.
No.
Yeah, so the old time days topic has switched. Yeah, Michael was asking about Mama. Mama is outside. She's afraid to come to sit down in front of the phone to share her stories.
Well, most of those things happen in the old time days too.
Yeah.
Before we get electricity in Beckway. Them jack lantern was when there was no electricity.
But the sweet part of the old time days is, you know, when the sun go down, and especially when we're up in Derrick, and you hear the sun go down and the street light comes on, and you gone out under the street light to play groundnut and sugar sweet, and hide and seek and all those things in the street.
Cool man out in fire.
Yeah, those were the sweet days.
And man was sailor. And all them kind of games.
Those were sweet days when you had this community spirit, when people came together. Now, we don't really have that. The only thing I remember when I was there was Avis' daughter had a similar episode, and later found out she had accidentally rubbed Vicks in her eyes. Okay. No, but these stories that I'm talking about, they are not Vicks, and we had more than one person being affected. Not only in Beckway, we had them in St. Vincent as well. And even people that were past students at the school at that time. Like recently came out of school, some of them were attacked as well. Yeah.
When when you had them together in the community, is when we didn't have all these churches. All them religion were coming now divide the people. Because the Anglican, Adventist, Pentecostal, Jehovah Witness, name them. And everybody in a little corner by themselves. So you ain't have that togetherness again. I remember 2 years ago, after the musician who used to play for our group in the carrying contest had left Beckway, and 1 year now we wanted a band to play for us. And I think Suni asked some guy from a church different to the Anglican church. He promised to play, and then he didn't show. And we find out, asked him what really happened. He said the pastor said, we are not Christians, we are Anglicans, so they're not supposed to mix with us to go and do a show. So that is where we're going in Beckwith, you know.
Yeah, crazy. Beckwith Kitty says, so then your auntie would have been affected the same way. Beckwith Kitty, that's a
You
story
don't
for
know.
next time, but
That's a long old story.
when but what I can tell you is that my grandmother was called in when a specific person was dying, and my grandmother was asked to forgive that person. That person asked my grandmother for forgiveness, and somebody else was telling her if she speak about what she did, then blah 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 blah. But she asked my grandmother to forgive her, but the damage had already been done. Yeah, my aunt is now resting peacefully, and I just trust and pray that nobody else has to go through what she went through, or any other person. But yeah, they asked my grandmother for forgiveness. Yeah, but the damage had already been done. Yes, guys, so I think we have come to the end of another live, another night, and I want to say thanks. There are too many churches in Beckwith. Yeah, and hey, before we go, on that note, there are too many churches in Beckwith. A lot of churches, but as my mother say, no love. You understand? A lot of people go to church, but a lot of people are not willing to assist somebody else. They are not willing to forgive. You understand? Somebody may have wronged them. They are not willing to forgive that person, and they are not willing to help. You know the song say, if you see your brother falling by the way, just stop and say you're going the wrong way. A lot of our youths are going the wrong way, but the church people are not going out there to especially those people who profess to be this big Christian. They are not going out there to stand in the gap to try to speak to these young people. I try to speak to the ills that they're seeing that's happening in society. You understand? So that is basically what is creating a lot of what's happening in our country. Basically, a lot of churches, but a lot of bench warmers. Yeah. Well, Beckwith Kitty, I don't know. Perhaps they're not studying money. Perhaps. How you know Beckwith don't have millionaire? How you know Beckwith don't have millionaire? Beckwith have millionaires, my brother. Beckwith have millionaires that you won't even think is millionaire. Yeah. You have them. Don't worry. And when you listen to some stories, to some people who are going up there and hallelujah, thank you Jesus, yes, God is good all the time, God is good, right? And then you're hearing by the side that these people are pushing their hand in the pocket and sending money to Africa to try and gain certain things. All those things are happening here, believe it or not. Suni-KO, the Spirit now told me from now onwards, keep your basic instructions before leaving earth. Psalms 91, please. Okay? Okay, Ali. Let me see what. Hope my battery don't pop out before I finish. Let me see what Psalms 91 say. Okay, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is the refuge. He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. Okay, it's 16 verses long, but yes, that's a good psalm. I think you guys should read it before you go to bed tonight. And to mommy, if you're still looking at us, if you're still listening to us, I pray that you would recover from that dizziness and you would have a very good weekend. Yeah, you can't really worry about them. If you worry about them, if you think about them, because the Bible tells you it happens, but don't dwell on it. You understand? Don't dwell on it. So if you have to be thinking about it, you will sort of lock yourself away in your house. So you gotta go out there bold and brave, knowing that whatever people are trying or whatever they may want to try, that you're covered. You cover yourself and you're gonna be okay. Because I remember one lady, I was coming down home, one lady meeting me and telling me she wants to see my brother and I was like, what she wants to see me for? You understand? And now she's telling me things, and if I listen to her, she's going to put me against some cousins of mine. You understand? So I just say, I'm not going by the lady, because I would have heard things about that lady, and she would have been seeing me all along. Next thing, two toots. Not too long after, you hear the lady die. And she was trying to tell me that these specific people are trying to keep me down. She wasn't the first person that told me that, but I don't really dwell. I don't dwell on them things. So, yeah. Yes, good night, Ruby. And good night to everybody. Yes, my battery is not that healthy.
Mama, come here.
The reason why people are envious of you is because you are an eye-opener now to Beckway and to the world. Well, boy, I think from the time I know myself, there are some people who just don't like me for nothing at all. But I like everybody. I say hi to everybody. It doesn't matter if I know somebody say bad about me. I meet a person, I give them the biggest hello. Yeah. So yes, guys, it was nice being here tonight once again. And remember, before you go to sleep, okay, Bluff, they are continuing the work. The soil is almost, how much is about 3/4? Yeah, to the top.
Up to the surface.
It's almost up to the surface. They have added some sand that they're filling and compacting. And so Bluff Road, as in the temporary road that they say, yeah, that is almost up to the road level. And they are now doing some work in Port Elizabeth as well on the back street, where they have cut out some of the old broke up pieces and they're working on it. So when you come back to Beckway, you're gonna get smooth riding on the back street.
Yeah, around Port Elizabeth.
Yeah, but we gotta pray for the road that comes down to Paget Farm, because that one, ooh, that is the killer. That Paget Farm road, that is really mashing up a lot of vehicles. Yeah. My motto is that people will doubt everything and believe everything are two equally compelling. Thought both dispenses with the need for thought. Okay? The world is more enlightened now. Why you take it off, Beckway Kitty? Yes, so yes, guys, so I think, let me see what my battery is. My battery is 18%. We're gonna sing one chorus. We're gonna sing a grace, and so join us in this little chorus.
Mama.
It says, turn your eyes upon Jesus. And I remember in church, before Jonathan died, if you don't know it, just hum. Before Jonathan died, that was one of Jonathan's favorite chorus to blow on his trumpet. It says, Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look forth in his wonderful face, and the things of earth will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. Look forth in his wonderful face, and the things on earth will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. Yes, Beverly, that is really nice because we definitely need some nice roads in Beckway. I know there are plans to do the main road to Paget Farm, but I'm not sure when that is going to happen. Yeah. But I'm going to ask everybody to join us in the grace. And remember, when we don't say we praise, Mama don't suffer lack of we. Yes, be kind and good to your neighbor. That's true. So the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us all now and forever. Amen. Alrighty.
Good night, everyone.
Good night to
Sleep
everybody.
well.
Yes, and we're only here for a short time, so let's give up our best. Look out for our neighbors. Be kind, and remember our neighbors is not necessarily the person who live next to us, but anybody that we come in contact with. So thank you all for being with us tonight. Even though some of you didn't give me the thumbs up, thank you for listening, and thank you for those of you who would have commented. Thank you very much. Thank you, Beckway Kitty, as usual, for your super chats. I definitely appreciate it. Shawnette, I had to just listen because I had a large bowl of cornmeal porridge and a fish head. I was top heavy. I enjoyed the program. I wish I had some cornmeal porridge right now.
And remember, when you go to God and pray, to remember to pray for the young boys and girls in Beckway who are hooked on drugs and alcohol. They need praise. Otherwise, later on in life, when we walking down the road, when we stick them young people who almost living dead, they will take we stick and beat we.
You know?
Ask God to enter into their life and change it around.
Yeah. Yes, our island is changing drastically. Our culture is basically going out the window. So we really have to pray for a turnaround in our community. We definitely have to pray for a turnaround, and for the pastors, the preachers, to basically play the role in our community. So have a blessed night, and thank you once again, Beckway Kitty. As usual, much appreciated. See you guys next
time.
Friday, God's willing. Bye.
Wait. I need to get my own.